Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Slap the taste
Taste
out that nigga mouth. Weird. It's fucking Sunday.
Yeah, it's the end of our week.
I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? But welcome back to another episode of the Slct podcast. It's your boy Joe. I'm here with my man.
Slct Sun God.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. This is episode 8. Episode 8, baby. On a Sunday. This shit like feel weird, man.
Yeah. Still coming through the consistency though.
Motherfucking hallelujah. Hallelujah. I had to do it.
Isn't today like some kind of like holy?
No, that would be next week.
What's that?
Sunday. It would be Good Friday.
Good Friday.
And then it will be Easter on Sunday.
True. I don't know nothing about that stuff, y'all. I don't know Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Christmas
and Black History Month.
Hey, you know what's you don't know Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Cancel this, man.
And Juneteenth.
You don't know. You don't realize that slaves in Texas didn't realize they was free.
No, I mean that didn't that recently just when did Juneteenth get stamped in the books?
I think it was like 2020. My man George Floyd did it for us.
It's new, but yeah, Juneteenth count too.
George Floyd, you the reason we got Juneteenth.
If you protested, pat yourself on the back right now.
I mean, if you protested, pat yourself on the back because they made Juneteenth a holiday.
Nah, just you showed out. You showed out.
I mean,
for the cause.
Anybody that protested and stood up for the cause, shouts out to you. But anybody that was fucking riding, trying to go in stores, steal shit, try to be a fucking asshole, fuck you, bro.
Beat a motherfucker up.
Fuck you, bro. Like, that shit wasn't right. Motherfuckers took advantage of some shit that they didn't even give a fuck about, to be honest.
And it really sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like the world was going through so much economic stuff. That was like the beginning of the economic situation we're currently in and currently still going through. And it was just like, come on, y'all, is this really the right time? But, you know, people find ways to justify stuff like that. Robin Hood, take from the rich and give to the poor.
Yeah, and it was just like the wrong time.
The corporations.
Like, alright, fuck these businesses, fuck these white people. And this is like, bro, like, you realize that the general white person is not oppressing your life, you know, right? Like, it's like, come on, bro. It's like, I get it, but make it make sense. It's not, you can't line it up to me. It's like,
that shit is just a poor reason. And just you doing shit and just slapping a poor reason onto it.
Yeah, and then I feel like in this day and age, we, especially in this area, like, I know certain areas, like, even though our school was fucked up, like, we didn't have the best education. Like, we could have got so much more provided to us, but we had an equal opportunity type shit. Like, we can get it. Like, it's so many different lanes, there's so many different avenues for anybody to just get the bag, bro. Like, literally, like, and a lot of people, they use this as a reason to comfort them of the shit that they not meeting, like, their goals and shit. So it's like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. But this is white man fault. Like, these motherfuckers racist. I didn't get this. Like, it's like,
yeah. Nah, that's something I've been thinking about as of recently too. Well, not really thinking about, but I've just been just observing after being so far removed from graduation in high school and stuff like that. Even you could just look at ninth grade. Like a lot of us were given the same opportunities, and look at the vast range of situations we're in, from strung out on drugs to I'm working on. I just got my master's, or like I'm at the top of my firm, or whatever you doing,
Yeah,
and everything in between.
that most
And the only
definitely.
thing that's and don't get me wrong, it's so many different factors that go into it. Although we were given the same opportunities, it's a lot of different factors that do go into
I
it,
know, like
like
your home.
family,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like because not everybody like my parents weren't on me about doing my homework. My parents got on me one time about doing my homework, and that was in the third grade.
Nah, I
It was.
definitely got the nigga do your fucking homework, but yeah, after a certain point, moms didn't check for the homework. It was just like I'm gonna let this motherfucker figure it out type shit.
So stuff like that, and then just stress.
Yeah, but even with like with that, like I still feel like even your home situation that could really affect the outcome of your future. And 9 times out of 10, a kid, you can't expect a kid to maneuver through that or be mature in that situation. But there are those outliers and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like if you can just like tap into that motivation, like don't fall into trying to be the thug or be like the flashy chick or whatever it is like that following trends. Like you gotta think about your future, man. Think about your future.
Don't be the flashy chick.
Shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass. Hey, bro, how many how many strip clubs you think opened during the pandemic?
I would think none, just because everything was. It seemed like the worst time for anyone to open up a business
Shit, me.
that requires people to come in. I feel like now, like right now, maybe, but definitely not during a pandemic.
You sure about that?
I'm not sure, but I definitely
No,
feel like.
I need you to be sure, bro, before you say this shit. Cause like we on a podcast, we gotta fact check.
Nah, I'm not sure about anything.
That's wild.
I was about to say, what you got? Like, you got a statistic on it?
Nah, I mean, I was just curious. It was just like a random thought. I was just like, how many strip clubs opened up like during the pandemic? Like, uh, the world may never know.
Nah, maybe a virtual strip club.
A virtual strip club. Hey, bro.
Or some like, and OnlyFans went up, and
Fuck that. Motherfucking So I got the VR right.
mm,
I'm playing a game. When I tell you that shit is the end of human civilization as we know it. It's the end. Like we're going to be in fucking chambers and shit. Like Avatar, just getting fed oxygens and nutrients. All this shit we need to stay alive while we into like an alternate reality type shit. Like
the Matrix.
yeah, exactly. Like that's a way better example. The Matrix. But so pretty much I'm playing a game right. I'm looking around like I'm since we got like a decent amount of space and shit. I can run. I can turn this way. And you set a boundary type shit. So like, I'm jumping off buildings. Like, bro, when I tell you, when I play that shit, I get sick to my stomach.
For real.
Like, because it's like my brain is like, yo, I'm trying to separate this shit from reality and what's going on, but it's not going on. So like when I jump off a building, I feel like when you like on a roller coaster, you go down, you feel like your stomach like, ooh, like I feel that shit, bro, and it's just like yo, like what the fuck, like this shit.
Your brain like it's real.
Yeah, like when I move and I do like this and I just shoot a motherfucker or some shit, like I'm like, yo, this is amazing. This is like a great invention, and then at the same time, I'm just thinking about the future. And I'm like, yo.
And what it holds when that shit get more advanced.
Did you
Sword Art Online?
Did you claim your free Rolex? Bro, I wish I screenshotted that shit.
No, I clicked on this shit.
You clicked the link?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I clicked the link. I opened the link to see what it was. I had to see what it was because it was just so funny. And that shit was some bullshit.
Let me ask you this, right? Let's say the government or some agency or like even a private company came out and was like, yo, we want to do a study and shit, but it requires you to wear a tracking device. Would you do it?
For how much?
6 figures a year.
6 figures a year. How long is the study?
It could go from anywhere from 2 to 5.
2 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's $200,000 to $500,000 at the very minimum. 2 to 5 years. And what's the form of tracking? Like what?
Like a some type of wrist device, like a watch or some shit.
Is it like a cool watch or
Is
it like a bust down?
No. Fuck it. It's not a bust down right now. Right? let's say it's like
like a G-Shock.
Nah, fuck the watch. Like let's say they gave you a pendant like a necklace with like a.
I don't like necklaces. I can't get the watch. How about a ring?
All right. Let's keep it a watch, bro. They gave you a Rolex.
And I would do that. 3 to 5 years, I would do that.
Hey, give a nigga a Rolex and six figures a year. You can track him and listen to everything he say.
I'd do that shit. I mean, them niggas could already do that shit anyways. Like, them niggas know what I'm doing right now. I told you how the other day I hop in a car and my phone just automatically pulls up the fucking directions to home. It's like, yeah, I know this nigga goes home around this time.
No, definitely.
Because he getting off of work.
That should be doing the same thing to me, bro. It be like, home. And I'm like, I didn't even tell you this is my home. Like,
That shit already. I do be thinking about going off the grid though, like completely, like wiping out, scrubbing my internet footprint as much as possible, and just going off the grid. But that's very hard to maintain, especially in this world, because technology is so. Like just signing into shit. You just sign up for something. Oh yeah, now you gotta go check your email and hit the confirmation link. That's supposed to link you back to the app, or something like text to your phone, SMS. Well, SMS is easier to get by. You could do that on you could do SMS on a flip phone, even given there are no apps on a flip phone. To the way that we're talking about. That's crazy. Now that I think about it, the little bullshit stuff used to be considered applications like calculator, files.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think about those phones a lot. I still wouldn't mind switching back over. It just have to be one of those things where my job, that's honestly what it is.
When I say
I quit.
I be thinking about just getting a flip phone or like an old Nokia and just like trap it with that. I think about doing that shit all the time. But then it's like, yo, this shit so like, this shit is a part of me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology is me.
We cyborgs.
I am robot. Welcome back to another episode of the Slct podcast. I was fucked up. Yo, when I seen that shit, bro, I was low-key embarrassed. I was like, what are you doing, bro? That was you?
Nah, but you're right though. This is extension of us. Same thing with the app. The watch makes it. I feel like the watch brings it full circle. Like you have the phone, and then you get the AirPods. The AirPods attach you to the phone in a way that like you weren't already attached to. Like you got your AirPods in. You get, hey Siri, play this song. Hey Siri, what's 7 times 125? And it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then when you get the watch, it's just the trifecta of like your phone knowing your pulse and being able to like relay that information to you through your headphones. Like when you actually think of that shit is on a whole nother level. Low key, it's like hold up, like if I don't have an Apple Watch. I don't know how advanced the technology is, but it might already be at this point. But that shit could even get to the point where like it could sense that you're about to have a heart attack or some shit like that.
Apple Watch is like good for that. They can sense when you about to have a heart attack, bro.
Yeah, it's like that shit might tell you some shit like you need to like application might pop up like take some breaths because your shit beating.
Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Slap the taste out that nigga mouth. He said, I don't even know what I got slapped about. Like, nigga, keep my wife name out your fucking mouth. Hey, that nigga funny as shit. You know his name?
I don't.
Hey.
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, that shit was hilarious when I seen that shit. But it's so crazy how like, and like men out there. Yo, I know how it is to be in love. Okay, but please do not crash out your reputation and your word. It's really all you got in this world. You can have all the money in the world, but if you want some clown shit and you ain't keeping your word, you ain't nothing. You just a fucking fugazi motherfucker. But nowadays, people praise the motherfuckers on social media and the influencers and shit. But anyway, do not crash out over anybody else. Okay? Do not crash out. I mean, unless some wild shit happens to your family to where you gotta boss up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what happened that day, do not do it, man. I'm telling you. And it just, it's like, you do that, you embarrass yourself, your family, and then you resign from the academy. And they like, alright, you resign, well, we gonna ban you for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you gonna get dragged by every comedian. The internet is gonna cook your ass forever.
He been getting roasted. It's honestly been, how long has it been now? Like a good
3 weeks?
3 weeks? Has it really been 3 weeks?
Nah, I searched it.
Maybe like a week and a half.
Not, like it would be 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That shit is still going full steam. Like
yeah.
I said, that nigga got banned from the academy for 10 years. Fucking. They talking about somebody. I heard Chris Rock was talking about pressing charges. That shit may be bullshit.
Yeah, that might be. Which I ain't saying nothing about that, but.
Yeah, that shit is real.
Yeah, and then it's like on top of that, you got all of these old videos and clips popping up, just showing how this woman do not love this nigga. Bro.
Yeah,
like
it was that one clip. It was the 2 clips for me. It was the one clip that was like, it was ultimately talking about how he planned this extravaganza for her 40th birthday, and ultimately she looked at it as like some like ego shit for him. Now I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was, but that's bullshit though. That's kind of bullshitty to me.
No, like alright. And on that shit, right? I can see somebody saying, "Yo, you did all of this shit like to where I gotta be the center of attention, and all of these people are here for me, and you didn't even like consult me." Like, I don't know how old she is. She probably like 50 now, like at the least in her late 40s type shit. So it's like yo, like you like what the fuck? I didn't want to do that. Like, you did this shit for you, even though you doing it for me. Like
I don't know. You never threw anyone like a surprise birthday situation.
Yeah, I did.
So let's say in that situation, somebody was like, "I didn't want to do this." Like, you ain't even ask me.
Nah, like at the end of the day, it'd be like, "Damn, bro, like what the fuck?" But I'd be like, "You right." You know what I'm saying? But in that situation, you don't say it's the most egotistical thing somebody can do. Like, you don't shit on that person. You know what I'm saying? Especially like your husband. Like, in that case, like you don't. As the person, even if you don't like want to accept that shit, like you like, yo, I didn't want to do this shit. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and you thinking that shit in your head, like, this person did this shit because they want to make you happy. This person did that shit because they love you. This person did that shit because that's what you do. You know, you don't necessarily throw surprise parties or fucking festivals and shit, but you go out your way to show your love to anyway. You know, like physical touch. You know, communication, fucking buying shit, birthdays. So it's like, she is an asshole for it, but it's like, I won't necessarily say that Will Smith is being egotistical in that situation, but I can understand to where somebody that's in their late 40s and 50s, like, bro, like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, yeah. So it's like, I understand that.
There was a joke. She shoved the camera in his face, asking about the therapist.
Nigga said, "Hey, like, you can't just do that. I'm in my house." I'm like, yo, like, what's going on here? He said, "My Instagram is my bread and butter." Yo, like,
my social media presence. I don't even follow. How many followers Will Smith got on Instagram? It should probably decrease like shit over the past week.
I was just about to say that. Like, I wonder how many he lost. And it's like the other video when she was talking about
damn, 64 million.
The other one was like she was talking about how she didn't want to marry this nigga, and she felt pressured, and she was like depressed because she got pregnant by him. Type shit.
The She really said that in the table talk.
I mean, I read an article, and it was like,
Cause I'm not gonna hold you. A bunch of articles started popping up. It was like, yeah, she never wanted to marry him.
No, I seen this shit in the New York Post.
She was crying down the aisle. It was another jump that said, I wish I remember what it said, but it was funny as shit. No, it was like, Jada says she wish Will never smacked Chris Rock, and that she doesn't need protecting.
Yeah, that article, I don't know how true that shit was, but like the one I'm talking about, I seen it in the New York Post. So I was like, they could be capping, but hey, this is New York Post. Like, I'm gonna take it for face value, you know.
That shit wild as hell.
It is. And then it's like, bro, your kids would never be accepted ever again. Like,
nah, I don't feel like that.
Nah, bro.
I don't feel like the world is gonna fault Jaden and Willow.
No, I mean, alright. The only one that, the only two that got some leeway is the one that he had by another chick before Jada.
And Trey.
Yeah, Trey and Jaden. But Willow, the mom, Jada, all of them are like X'd out of like it's like
like that maternal bloodline is fucked.
It's like, yo, like Will Smith. It's like we still looking at him like, yo, like I want some Get Out shit, like, yo, like get out, bro. Like we still want to love you, like we still want to, even though you smacked this nigga Chris Rock, smacked the taste out that nigga mouth. It's like, bro, like come on, bro. Like we count on you, like we need you to do this shit. We need you, bro. Like break free. We need the real Will.
Nah, you're not leaving a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. And this is like, bro, like.
You're not leaving that one. Come on, man.
That's wild, man. That's wild, crazy. Did you see the video of like T.I. like going up on stage at the comedy club because Shawty was talking about the little allegation, or like him like keeping chicks on some R. Kelly shit?
Nah. I never even heard of no allegations towards T.I. like that.
Yeah, it was like some things that was like him and his wife was like keeping chicks at the crib or some R. Kelly shit. And it was just like, what the fuck? And I guess T.I. pursuing comedy now. If you didn't know, T.I. wants to be a comic, but T.I. can't be a comic, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to like shame somebody, because like for somebody that like has a passion for music and comedy, but it's like the way that he's going about it is the wrong way. Like he's not really trying to be a comedian. He's just using his fame and his name to get these shows, to get these like fucking like lineups and shit.
I heard people was enjoying them though.
Not from what I heard, and then like some shit that I seen some shit on Reddit. This shit wasn't really that funny. It was just like T.I. talking to me. I mean, I guess if I want to go see T.I. talk to me and like tell me stories that I might find like humorous, like, hey, that is get your bag, bro. But like, as far as comedian shit, and then like you hopping on stage telling the chick, checking the chick like, yo, like, you don't do this shit. You like, you respect me. It's like, yo, like, like, bro, like, and then like at the end of the video, he's like, I love you, but I'ma tell you, anytime you say that shit, I'ma gonna be here and check you respectfully. And then they hugged and shit, and it was just like, bro, like, you in the comedy club. This shit's not the fucking courtroom, okay?
Next basket.
Hey. Hey.
Next basket.
That video was elite. That video. He said, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's like $50 worth of shit. I'm like, bro, that's way more than $50, bro. That's like $50. Nigga working in the dollar store, like, you stole 50 things. What the fuck? Next basket. Put in the next basket. The nigga said, I am, bro. Damn, my bad.
I put it in the next bag. Hey, that nigga became the manager. Corporate seen that shit and promoted him.
He owned a store now. Like, he started a Dollar Tree franchise, the first ever. Yo, that's funny.
Dollar Tree.
Hey, you gotta be careful, man.
That store was a staple of my life, my childhood.
Hey, I used to love going to Dollar Tree. What toys did you used to buy there?
My favorite buys from the Dollar Tree. I'm a big Static Shock fan. At the time, I was rewatching the show, and they had these purple gloves with magnets in the palms. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of fucking toy that is, but them niggas had that shit. Yeah, and I had fun with it. It was cool.
That's why you obsessed with magnets?
Nah, they're fun fidget toys, but yeah, that yo-yo, like usually some kind of like squirt gun. Yeah, that's it for the most part.
When I used to
Some kind of sword too.
I used to always, I used to get cars, the motherfucking, like the army figures and shit. I used to buy a bunch of them joints, and I used to set them up, had like fucking wars and shit, like.
Yeah, I used to get the army figures, like, but that's when I was young.
Bro, I stayed to that shit till I was like at least 7, 8, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah, like around that time, like past 7, it was just yo-yo, sword.
When I was 7, I was beating my meat and so. I wasn't.
Yeah, that's like super duper young. It's like that, bro.
What was how old was you when you first seen your first porno, bro?
I don't even know. That's a good question.
I was like fucking 4.
That's a good question. I don't even know.
And it wasn't even like a real porno. It was like HBO, and I was just sitting there just watching that shit. And I remember I was sitting and I was like this. And I was just looking at the TV, and I was just like, you seen like the cut scenes. It was like them rubbing each other's skin. Then you see a titty, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then my mom came out. I guess she was going to work or something. She was like, what are you doing?
What you do?
No, it wasn't my mom. It wasn't my sister.
What you were supposed to do was go to that job and then type in 44, 45, or 43, and then hit last. And just boop. Last. Boop. Go back. That was the cheat code.
No.
That was the cable version of incognito.
I definitely used to do that, but at the same time, the fact that everybody know that, give me the remote. Last.
Nah, I mean, at that point, for me, you would just change it in the moment. Like, so you would hit last. So let's say you would make Nickelodeon your shit. Nickelodeon was 43 for niggas that had cable around here.
Or that had Comcast.
Yeah, Comcast. So you would hit 43. Let's say you was up in the HBO, you was on 600, 200, whatever. Hit last, go to 43. Oh yeah, I'm just cooling it. Yeah, then you would just hit next, 44. So then the when you go to 44, the new last is 43. You feel me? So
Nah, I get that, but it's like in a moment of somebody popping up and you just hitting last. It's like you're not always gonna be that guy. Nah. You're not always gonna be that guy. Like, oh, they came last.
Yes, you are gonna be that guy.
No, you're not, bro.
Yes, you are gonna be that guy. I was that guy. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, you are gonna be that guy. You are. After doing it a couple times, it's routine. Like, oh yeah, my bad. My bad. Just drink fucking splash. But after doing,
bro, they got on me, bro.
After doing that shit for a little bit. After doing that shit for a little bit.
Nah, time out. We got a slap box, bro.
What?
Damn, I was bro.
You know, after doing that shit like 2-3 times, you hear one little noise, one little creak in the door open, creak in the walk. Last, next, 43, 44.
Yeah, I mean,
Dun, dun, dun.
I wasn't really that kid. I was like, man, like fuck it. When I seen shit, it was like I see it and I just be like, alright, cool.
I see. Like, I had multiple
personalities, bro.
Nah.
You was bipolar?
Nah. I had multiple shit set in place. What I do, so my mom's room was at the end of the hall, so I would turn on the exhaust in the bathroom for like a sound barrier, and then open up the closet door. It's like something that someone would push if they were walking past it naturally.
Niggas had booby traps.
And this whole shit playing. As soon as I heard one of those things go off, last next.
I mean, in that situation, yeah. But I mean, like for me, I didn't have no door or no.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You was fucked.
Nothing separating
you
me.
You was fucked.
So like for me, it was just like, I'm not about to be on that shit. Like, no, you fucking bro. But my man Will was like, hey, this nigga had 10 commandments of when to watch this shit. When the AC come on, don't do it. When this fucking freak out nigga. That nigga Tory Lanez got locked up for tweeting.
Did he really?
Yeah, he really got locked up for tweeting, bro.
Tweeting what exactly?
Because he addressed Meg as you, like he addressed her and indicate like not really indicate, but he just publicly addressed her on Twitter, and they signed up a fucking restraint to where he can't talk to her or whatever. And then like the crazy thing was, they was trying to get him held without bail, and then or they was gonna raised the the bail money to from 300K to like 6 million or 5 million.
Chill.
And just like, bro, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all trying to keep this nigga in jail? Like, y'all just want him to seem guilty so bad for her narrative. And then like right after the nigga post bail, they come out with like evidence and like, yeah, the gun residue was found on her best friend hands. And just like the story that niggas was saying in the beginning this whole time was coming true. Like, me personally, I don't fucking know what happened. I really don't give a fuck. But it's just like, it's just so crazy how.
What was the original story?
That him and Meg got into an argument and he just popped her in the foot.
Yeah, who popped her in the foot?
Nigga, who you think? Nigga, Tory Lanez, bro. So and then she came on live like, yeah, this nigga Tory like shot me, like whatever she fucking said or whatever, and it was just like at that point, she said this nigga shot her, bro.
Damn, this bitch.
Nah, for real.
Hey, when I seen that. I just imagined him holding the gun like this and dance, bitch.
That's what they said he said though.
Yeah.
Nigga dance, man. That's some Friday at the next type shit. What the fuck? Hey, go ahead, man.
Did you ever see that short animated Friday series?
It was like legit.
Yeah, it came on like BET. It came on. I can't remember. It came on BET or Comedy Central.
A Friday animated series.
Yeah.
But you fucking lying to me.
I'm not. You gotta check this shit out.
America, this motherfucker lying to me. R.I.P. Bernie, man. R.I.P. Bernie. Uncle Bernie. I used to love that show, man. Well, I still do.
Yeah, that was my shit. That was definitely me and my sister used to have this schedule of shit we would watch after we came home from school. It would start off with shit on We the Kids. It was like, I can't remember the exact order. I just remember it was Fetch with Rough Man, and then we'd watch Clifford or some shit, and then we'd switch over to it was a DCW 50.
No, it was like WB or some shit.
And then I think it kicked off with Family Guy. It was like Family Guy, some other shit, and then it went into Bernie Mac, Friends, and then Sex and the City.
You know what's crazy for me? Like, mine was the exact opposite. Like, when I came home from school, I turned on like the WB type shit, and I watched the Steve Harvey show. Like, that was the first thing that was always on when I came home after the Steve Harvey show. I fucking switched to Even Stevens, or fucking like what's the fucking and then like after that, like it'd be fucking like Cartoon Network. I just turned on Cartoon Network. I always like it was Steve Harvey, Even Stevens, and then like sometimes when my like niece and nephew was there, they just watch Disney Channel. It was like I just watch whatever they watch.
Yeah, that schedule I just told you, that's when we didn't have cable. When we did have cable, it was just free range, honestly. It was free range. I mean, honestly, it varied between the like 44, 43, 44, 45. 34, 35, sometimes 46 and 47, 48, because the history of Animal Planet was always interesting sometimes. I love documentaries. What was Comedy Central? 64?
61.
61. And G4 was 84 or 81.
81.
81. And then
G4.
Yeah,
G4.
man. That
If you know, you know.
right. If you, I was thinking about that the other day. I used to watch the the little Robot Wars.
Bro, I used to love that shit, bro. Like the motherfuckers. They still got that shit coming on too. It's just so nostalgic to me. You know, what I was thinking about too.
Attack of the Show.
The little I don't know why. Growing up, school, like when you was in school, you watch like fucking Disney Channel. Like I'm talking like from probably like fourth grade on up, or whenever you had cable type shit, motherfucker. It's like you watch like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, whatever your parents watching type shit. Maybe you might casually go into other like networks type shit, but like in the summertime, you watching MTV, you watching VH1, you watching BET. It's like
Yeah.
it just seemed like in the summertime, like you never really watched cartoons. You didn't really watch that shit. You watch BT, you watch VH1, like.
No, I could definitely say I feel like
Room Raiders.
I feel like my BT VH1 shit definitely came from my sisters, my older sisters. If it wasn't for my older sisters, like if it was just up to me, that shit would have been on. Like I said, the channels I just said, and then I think Nicktoons was like 132, and the N was like 135. You ever seen the N before? That was like that only showed live action Nickelodeon shows. So like Degrassi, they did show stuff like Daria and Beavis and Butthead sometimes, but it was more shows like Degrassi, Full House. What's another live action Nickelodeon show?
George Lopez.
They should have been showing all that on there.
That.
They should have been showing that on there.
Like I feel like I honestly like being a kid born in the 90s, being raised in the early 2000s, like as like a developed mind type shit. I feel like I was robbed from my adulthood, bro. Like they robbed like the traditional family system. They like stole that shit from us for like money.
What you mean?
Like they exploited families for money, bro. Like the household was so traditional. Like you get married, the wife can work if she want. Some families the wife work, but most of the time the dude go get the money. The wife handle this shit at home. The kids go to school, go to college type shit. But it's like now they took the mom and dad. It's mandatory for them to work, and then it's like the kids is raised by some strangers or the TV.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's a fight between just the economy. It's just becoming. It's more expensive to live comfortably now. Like more like prior, like in the old days, you could live comfortably off one salary. Like a house costs fucking $10,000. Your car is 2,000. A brand new car off the lot 2,500 type shit.
The brand new car wouldn't be 2,500, but I get you.
Nah, well, depending on the time era, that shit was for the love. But Um, and also the TV. But having a TV in your home at a certain point was like
a flex.
Yeah, it was a status like yeah, nigga, I got a TV
With the
nigga,
VCR in it too.
and my family is eating TV dinners, nigga. Fuck is he talking about?
And we got a microwave, nigga. We got radiation food, cuz. Hey, you know what's crazy? Bill Gates owned a decent amount of farms in the United States.
You know what he doing.
Apparently, they shut down a lot of farms. Over 50 million chickens have died of the avian flu. And this is all happening while Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Smacked the taste out that nigga mouth. And it's like, this is all happening while that happened, right? So, the price of chickens already went up. They was already talking about a food shortage with chickens. Now over 50 millions of Americans' chickens got us avian flu. And you're talking about potentially more of them are affected, and they telling people like to recall certain chickens and eggs and shit. So it's like, that's one thing, right? And then, like I said, I don't know how true this shit is, but like I read some article and I can't like credit them right now. But it was saying that the U.S. is shut because of this. They shutting down farms. They shutting down certain things because like the soil and all this other shit. Meanwhile, they spraying shit in the air for mosquitoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. And Bill Gates is also invested into a lot of impossible meat.
You know, it's the future, bro.
Fuck that nigga.
Impossible meat is the future.
Fuck that nigga.
Impossible meat and eating insects for protein. That's the future. Nigga, tarantula burgers is gonna be the normal shit. It might not be tarantula burgers, but it might be. Let's say like a restaurant come out and it's like, yeah, this is the safari. It's like a burger. It got a little bit of tarantula in it though. Ground it up in it. This is the gimmick.
Nigga gonna come in. Black bean spider burger.
Snake kebab or some shit like that. Scorpion on the Barbie. Scorpion shrimp on the Barbie.
Nah, like a fucking eel fuyang. Niggas will start eating electric eels. That's crazy.
Electric eel probably did the shit.
But yeah, pretty much what I want people to start doing is try to be as healthy as you can during this time. Drink water. You know, try not to cut all the like artificial shit out while you can. Try not to exceed over your recommended calorie.
Unless you're working out.
Yeah, unless you're working out, but.
Oh, you have a job that requires it.
But even then, because like it's so many people just saying, yo, a food shortage is coming, and a lot of people like us, we live in cities, and we'll be the last ones to be affected by this. That let's just say, worst case scenario, knock on wood type shit, a food shortage do come, and you used to over 2,400 calories a day, and now you can only get 600, 700. That's going to be devastating for you. So it's like
me.
So it's like
your body will adjust. It always does.
And that's if you can get to 600, 700. It does adjust, but it would be hard for that person to function. So it's like right now, try to be on top of your calories. Try to be responsible as possible and prepare for the fucking worst. And just to, like for a rainy day, like just if any shit was to happen, you should always have something in the cut. to save your family and yourself. That's
I
why.
say just do this. Every time you get paid, buy 3 packs of water. You'll probably only finish one. Well, depending on your family and who you feeding. But especially if you're single, you'll only probably get through 1 pack of water by the next time you get paid. Maybe a pack and a half.
Yeah.
So you buy 3 packs every time you get paid. You'll start to stock up on water.
Yeah. At the most, that's like $15. At the most. And that's it. That's if you buying $5 cases of water.
So go ahead and do that.
And it's like me, like I'm about to order a 3-month supply of MREs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was about to order a 3-month supply. That shit is $700 right now.
Oh yeah. I don't know about that. $700 on MREs. Nigga about to be eating fucking chemically heated mashed potatoes.
Hey, 3-month supply, bro. And then that's 24 like 2,400 calories for a family. Like 3 months supply for a family of 3. So it's like,
See, if I had a family of 3, I would definitely buy that shit. But that's why I don't have a family of 3, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. Damn, sorry for people that got family.
I mean,
of
like
3.
nigga,
This shit is fucked
even
up.
if you didn't have a family of 3, you that it would be more for you.
Nah, I mean that's what I'm saying though. Like, but if you had a family of 3 though, that shit is fucked up.
This shit kind of making me sad now.
Family of 3, 4 people. So you said for 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months. So you could go ahead and just multiply 3 times 3, and it should last that person that much.
And that's if you eating 2,400 calories a day. Like if some shit was to happen, like a real life famine was to happen, you should always start fucking trying to preserve your food, bro.
Just family of 3, just knock it down.
Yeah.
And you could definitely cut that in half. You could make that shit last a whole year as one person.
Tell them hoes don't fuck with you all night.
Woo!
Hoes don't fuck with you all night. We at Magic City. We at Spade. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just trying to get laid.
Hey, that's another episode of SFT Podcast. I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Ski I do.